Welcome, my dear students. Probably you are wondering why you're gonna have this bridging course. And what is a bridging course? In the universities in the Philippines, if we're talking about bridging course, it means to say that this is a university preparation with an academic curriculum as a means of intellectual challenge of the university education. For us in the colleges, we need to earn college credit in high school, and these are those students who did not meet the knowledge requirement. It bridges the gap between the high school, between the secondary and the college. So those students, in order for them to bridge the gap, they need to take this so-called a set of remedial course. And one of that is the biological science. So before we proceed to the biological science syllabus, I have submitted that already in the office. I would like to introduce myself. Some of you knew me already very well. I am Miss Divina B. Ayala, course a native of Batimonan, Quezon. But most of my years in teaching, I spent it in Quezon National Agricultural School until such time that I moved to Southwest Africa for Call of Duty, as I passed the British High Commission to become the volunteer science teacher trainer in Africa. And this time I would like to share my knowledge, my skills, and my experience to all of you, my dear students. Being a scholar before of the University of the Philippines, Open University in Diliman, Quezon City, I still remember those days when I was taking up biology. I felt like that subject, or our subject, is the most interesting subject. It gives us direction in our everyday lives. And I hope that this subject will also help you to become more curious of what is happening in the surroundings. So to give you the introduction of our subject, this course will enable us to study the nature of life, the human being, and this world, transform by the actions of living things. Speaking of living things, if we're talking about studying all these living things, we call it the field of biology. Biology from the word bio, which means life, and a Greek word logos, which means study. So biology is the study of living things. This is very self-explanatory. I knew that during your high school days, and even maybe those previous years of you learn what is this all about. Also, the course will develop curiosity about ourselves and the place where we live, or the living world. It will give us practical information about edible plants. The word edible, which means palatable, that can be eaten. Nowadays, we have a lot of plants that can be eaten. And I remember what those Americans told us, the Filipinos are eating grasses, just like horses. But that one is nutritious. We have a lot of varieties of plants in the Philippines that is considered as edible, including the kabute. Okay, that is just an example. These days, class, there are a lot, huge number of plants that can be eaten already. And of course, we will study also those dangerous and useful animals. Well, with all those things, our syllabus are divided into 10. Number one, is all about the nature of life. What is the importance of studying biology? What are those techniques, the scientific methods that those scientists use in order for them to come up with very good results? Number two is about ecology, that consists of ecosystem and how men are affected by the surroundings, or how the surroundings affected human beings. The third is all about the cells. And mind you, you might be given a research work about this coronavirus, since we are already in this pandemic situation. But always remember, it is better to have knowledge than to be ignorant of what is happening. We should not be reluctant in studying what is all about intended for human being. And so therefore the next topic is about genetics. This is also a very interesting lesson. Genetics and the genetic engineering. The fifth one is all about evolution. The different theories that has been given to us. Who is Charles Darwin? What is that so-called theory or law of natural selection? So I'm just giving you some insights about the things. And for you to have the bird's eye view of what really our topic is. The number 6 topic class is about microorganisms. Microorganisms wherein it affects human being, and of course even the plants and the animals. So we need to study. Maybe part of this can only be studied when you will be majoring in science, or when you will be taking up medicine courses. But as a student of biological science, there is a need for you to have a knowledge about this. Number 7 class is the plants. The plants, which is extremely needed by the people. Number 8 is all about invertebrates. Do you still remember the vertebrates and the invertebrates? So we need to classify them. We need to at least remember those scientific names of the living organisms. Number 9 is all about chordates. Phylum Chordata. Okay? So this is a very nice topic. It is because we will be able to understand those animals which is almost as similar to human brain. And of course, the last one, number 10 topic, is about our human body. What are those different systems? Like endocrine system, reproductive system, respiratory system, nervous system. We have 10 at least, I mean. And part of that will really be um, a research work for you, and there's a lot of things that we need to understand. And studying the course class, studying the subject, I would like to set some rules and for you to understand. Number one, attend the online classes. The online classes, we will given 3 times every month, but we can exceed case-to-case basis. We need to be focused on what we are doing and try to read consistently, continuously. Rule number 2 during online classes, you need to make it sure that you are in a proper manner. What does it mean? At least dress well when you are on camera. Select a place or choose a place wherein you will not be disturbed. I do not want to see anybody when you are online eating, drinking, or chatting with any other classmates during our classes. And I'm sure all of you are matured one. And practice yourself as the future teacher. Remember, practice makes perfect. A piece of advice to you from Mamayala. They call me as a seasoned teacher. It's because since 1995, I'm already teaching in the college. And I do experience also teaching. I taught in the University of Southwest Africa. Luckily, those students are well behaved and they are really focused on their studies. Some of them are even older than me, but still, they are hungry when it comes to study. Rule number 3, during online classes again, I would like you to jot down some of those important notes that I'm going to tell you. You can ask questions, you can share your knowledge too, and we met both ends. You know what, class? There are things which you know and I do not know, and things that I know which you don't know. Then let's meet both ends so that there will be a very nice and good result. With all these things, I hope that as we move forward with the next meeting, everything will be in a meaningful and a very interesting interaction. If you have questions, you can reach me on my email and my YouTube channel. I would like to tell you that communicating to you through this video is much better. It's because even if you are online, I mean offline, and you downloaded this, you can still remember what mom will be talking to you and all the lessons that we're going to tackle. Oh, I forgot to tell you, class. The medium of instruction in science is in English. All the references is in English. So please try your best to talk to mom also in English. Mamayala has only the right to tell you, to translate to you in Filipino, but still, I would like you to do the same thing. Speak continuously. And I'll be looking forward to our next interaction. Happy learning and see you next meeting.